Hello everybody. This is a special Harry's World. It's a tribute to the men and women who 100 years ago gave up their lives. They went to war. A terrible war. Lots of people died. You could say, for what? I was thinking about the boys and girls and young men who went off to war, just ordinary people. And it's right to pay tribute to them. But then I got to thinking about the people who made the decisions to send them. Generals and politicians on both sides. It wasn't only just the British Commonwealth, also the Germans. Probably wondering why they were being sent to war. War is futile. Is there any need for it? Probably not, because at the end of the day, whenever they finish talks to stop these terrible things, they normally end up shaking hands and having a drink. But I got to thinking, well, if I was 18, 17, 18, what would it be like? I've either volunteered or I've had me call-up papers. Now we're going back 100 years here. What would it have been like? I'm going to try here to talk about... As you all know, my name's Harry, alright? I've probably been called up. Would I have volunteered? Probably in the end. I don't know. But this was. So I've gone off for training. And then I'm on board a ship taking me over to France and Belgium. Before I carry on talking anymore, I did look up what life was like in the trenches. I had a quick read. I'm not going to say harder, but it seemed that life in the trenches turned out to be a lot safer than having to fight on the Western Front. Apparently there was medical facilities. There was shelters, there was all sorts, you know, so it wasn't too bad, and I think you got a break, and there was I think probably there was another two trenches behind the trench where, you know, you could rest or whatever, you know, get cleaned up and washed and all that. So, I'm kind of thinking, well, I'm not going to say the trenches were butlins, but, you know, the way that stories and plays and films would have it, you know, it was bad, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it was bad as they kind of make out. But I'll leave that up to you if you wish to do some reading on the research. But I'm going to try and look at myself as just plain old Harry Andover, being sent to Belgium and I'm in a trench. It's all new to me. There I was. Probably I had a career. I just saw myself in a village somewhere as the baker's son. I was learning the trade of baking bread and cakes and pastries. With quite a nice, comfortable life. Mother was there to look after us, and probably Dad was baking. Well, he would be because he was a baker, and and with my brother as well, helping out in the business. Perhaps he was delivering and baking as well. We all took a share. That's the kind of the story. So and then I found myself up on the front in a trench. I've probably been absolutely petrified, but with the friendship of the others there, I should imagine that, you'd find out all about one another, what they did. You probably knew them anyway, because you're probably all from the same area, you'd be probably having a cigarette and thinking after a probably couple of weeks of boom, 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 and bullets whizzing over your head, and it must have been absolutely petrifying, and you think, oh dear, I wish I was in the arms of Katie, my girlfriend. I do miss her so much. Probably this time of evening, we would have been strolling down across the fields, laughing and joking, and probably planning for our futures together, and just generally messing about, I suppose. And then you'd turn to your mate Alfie. Oh, Alfie, I don't know if I can keep up with all this anymore. This boom, boom, boom. And he said, I know what you mean, H. She's driving me up the bloody wall as well. Any idea why we're here? Oh, I don't know. Something to do with bloody Germany and, I don't know. But anyway, another week or so, we'll have a little bit of leave. We'll be back down in one of the villages, and I'll buy you some wine or a beer or oh dear, and just terrible. I hope we don't get none of that gas again. That gets on my nerves. It makes me so makes me cough a bit and all that. Oh, bloody hell, there goes another bleeding rat. Oh dear, I must stop smoking. But then again, it probably is my only bloody comfort. Hello, Alf, how are you? Oh, I'm all right. I believe we got some letters coming from home tomorrow with some packages. Well, that'd be nice. I hope I've got some nice fresh socks. These ones, oh, they're wet and horrible. And perhaps some chocolate, whatever, so forth, and up-to-date magazines, the latest. Hey, bloody hell. Hey up, Brian. You're alright there, ain't you? You're bloody room, lads. No, I think we're going over bloody top tomorrow. I'll just kind of, Brian, I hope you're bleeding wrong. I don't fancy going over the top. I think, well, I do. Well, what's you going to do? I'm making me bloody way in the first bloody trench, worst bomb crater, and I'll bloody well hide myself there for a little while. Then I'll suss it out. But then again, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, that's kind of like my little thoughts about the World War One. What would it have been like? Scary, cold. I should imagine sometimes it was wet. Hopefully I would have survived. But then if I hadn't, I wonder what you would think. Wonder what you would think if you knew that you'd been blown up or shot or whatever. What would you think? Was it worth it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. King and country, fighting for her indoors, for loved ones, and that. Oh, I don't know. Maybe things was different then. Maybe you were patriotic up to the eyeballs. But it must have been awful. So, this is my salute to the boys and girls of 100 years ago. All I can say is, well, God bless you. And I'm glad it wasn't me. Anyway, it's a kind of little special Harry's World. So let's think about it. God bless you all. Love you all. Harry's World. Bye.